Hello and welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Leah and today we are doing my 2023 bullet journal setup. To be completely honest, I have never had a bullet journal before, so I am a complete beginner in this. I'm going to do a really minimalistic, easy, basic spread that I think pretty much anybody can do, and I don't want this to be a long intro, so let's just jump right into the video. The bullet journal that I am using today is just off of Amazon. I basically just searched up bullet journal and bought the first one that popped up. It's really cute. It has this little gold moon on it, and it has just a bunch of little inserts in it, you know, the journal belongs to type of thing, the date started, blah 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 blah, which honestly, like, I don't really care about, but the pages itself, it's really good quality. This is not sponsored or anything, but it will be linked down below along with every other supplies that I use in this video. It also has this little key thing that is kind of nice if you want to track which pages certain things are on. I did mess up on this spread, my welcome page, so I'm not going to be using the page numbers just because I had to rip a couple out, but yeah. For pens and markers, I have a lot. I have way too many brush pens, but I just wanted to keep it really simple and use kind of the essentials that I usually use. These are the Tombow dual brush pens, and they are my favorite brush pens of all time. I just chose a nice little color palette, and that's it. Another thing that's really helpful to have is just a little bit of neutral pens or a pencil, just something that you can add little details with. I'm just using just an assortment of random pens. I will talk about them as they come up. And for the setup, I wanted to do something pretty simple for my cover page just because I didn't have a ton of time to film this video, and honestly, I feel like lately I've been in a bit of a creative rut. Also, I don't know why this entire first clip was like all out of focus, but I just did a simple brush lettering, added some little stars, some little dots, just as Leah's bullet journal 2023. It's really simple, really easy, but probably something that anybody can do if you know how to do lettering. The next section that I have is the yearly goals section, just a couple things that I want to achieve in 2023. I think this is a pretty standard bullet journal spread. When I was looking on Pinterest, this seems to be like one of the things that people do, and I just separated it into like categories for myself, added some little details, of course, at the top. Oh, I didn't talk about what I did at the top. I just did this like retro font type of thing. I do have a tutorial on my page if you want to check that out. But basically, like I said, I just separated it into categories so that I can write out the goals that I have. For that, added some like little lines, some little squiggles to make it a little bit more interesting, and that's what it looks like. It's not my favorite page ever, but it's simple, it's functional, and it'll work. Another spread that's really popular and that I wanted to do is just a habit/hobby tracker. So just use this to track something that you want to stay consistent with throughout the year. I did a very simple like lettering thing at the top, added some little sparkles, and then just put in the months of the year so that I could track certain things. I just wanted to do something for how much I left at the gym because that's a goal for me this year, but you could do, you know, drinking more water, eating healthier, blah 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 blah. Honestly, whatever you want. You could literally do like a knitting tracker, how much you've knit every day. Next thing is a work growth tracker. I don't know if that's what it's called. This is what I'm gonna call it. I just wanted to kind of just track how much I grow on my socials every month. I mean, I feel like it's something that, I don't know, I wanted to track. It's pretty boring, but yeah, moving on. I wanted to leave a few blank pages just because I'm going to be adding some yearly spreads throughout the year. So I think I left like, 7 or so spreads. Moving on. For the monthly spread, it is January, you know, it's the season of snow, it's the season of snowflakes, and I wanted to do something wintry. I live in Vancouver, okay? It rains. We don't get snow in January. Sometimes we do, but very, very rarely. I did this very simple lettering, and then I just added some gray shadows. I'm using Crayola markers for this one, which is actually kind of funny because it's a supply that I feel like a lot of people don't talk about because it's a really great art supply, but it's cheap and accessible, and for some reason, like, art snobs and lettering snobs and bullet journal snobs are like, no, don't use it, buy my expensive pens. But Crayola super tips, if you have them, literally Crayola is a great company for just affordable art supplies. I added these snowflakey things, like, oh man, I don't know what I think about these. I don't love them, I don't hate them, but some of them have like 8 sides, which is scientifically completely incorrect for a snowflake, but you know, whatever. It's art, it's creative expression. But I think once I added in like the little sparkles and the dots, I was pretty happy with how this spread turned out. Is it a spread? It's a cover page. I feel like bullet journaling has so much lingo that I do not understand. But yeah, that's kind of like how it turned out, and I think it's kind of cute. I didn't get any inspiration off Pinterest or anything. I just kind of went from my brain, but that's how it turned out. The next spread is an event tracker. It's just to track like birthdays, holidays, important dates, that kind of thing. I wanted to do just like this retro font, added some sparkles. It seems to be a growing theme on this bullet journal as well as in my channel. Added birthdays / holidays and then events, just simple, functional, you know. And then I also wanted to do a monthly goal page, did some simple lettering, added a little drop shadow, some little sparkles and such, and that's just where I'm going to track all the goals that I have for January specifically. And the next thing that I wanted to do was just a weekly schedule. I feel like this is like the most standard bullet journal spread ever. It's just for January 2nd to 8th, which it is the 6th today that I'm recording this voiceover. So, you know, the week has already passed, but just simple, just functional. I think the entire video I've just been kind of rambling, but I just wanted to show you guys that you don't have to have a bullet journal that's super pretty or aesthetic or fancy or structured. It's something for you to express your creativity through. It's something for you to just kind of track your life, track your goals, and I think just don't put as much pressure on yourself. The reason why I've quit so many times in the past and so many people will quit is because they put this perfectionistic goal or expectation on themselves that everything has to be perfect, every spread has to be perfect, every little piece has to be perfect. They have to do it every single day, and that's just not the reality. So I hope this video just kind of inspired you to maybe start a bullet journal this year, have fun with it, and most importantly, just express your creativity with it, use it to enhance your life, hopefully. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed, be sure to subscribe.